So in our topology, where would we use the port fast feature? Well, switch 1, port F0/24 is connected to router 1, port F00. Switch 2, port F0/24 is connected to router 2, F00. Switch 3, F0/24 is connected to router 3, F0/24. And switch 4, F0/24 is connected to router 4, F0/24. Do routers understand BPDUs or spanning tree? Not by default. You can turn a router into a rudimentary switch, but why would you want to do that? So by default, routers do not understand BPDUs. So since they don't understand spanning tree, why would we want to make router 1, 2, 3, and 4 wait 50 seconds for spanning tree to converge before they can transmit data? So the ports that connect these routers, or the switch ports that connect these routers, can have the spanning tree port fast feature enabled. So on switch 1, I am going to go to port F0/24 or interface F0/24, and remember our rule of thumb: to make changes to a port in the Cisco world, you have to first go to that port. Then I'm going to say spanning tree port fast, one word, and hit enter. As soon as you hit enter, you get a warning. And the warning says port fast should only be enabled on port connected to a single host. In this case, port 24 is connected to a single host, the host being router 1. Connecting hubs, concentrators, switches, bridges to this interface when port fast is enabled can cause temporary bridging loops. So basically what it is saying, it is a warning saying, don't enable port fast on your trunk ports. Because what if you enable port fast on a trunk port and that port was supposed to be shut down by spanning tree? It was supposed to be blocking. And now you went ahead and put it in forwarding by enabling port fast. You could cause bridging loops. So I went ahead and did that on switch 1. I enabled port fast. I'm going to save my work. I'm going to go to switch 2 and do the same. Enable port fast on port 24. I'm going to do this quick. Spanning tree port fast. Save my work. I'm going to do this on switch 3. Spanning tree port fast. Save my work. Did I save my work on switch 2? Yes, I did. Now on switch 4, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to pull up switch 4, and I'm going to pull up router 4. Now I'm going to go into router 4, and I'm going to bring this link up between switch 4 and router 4. So switch 4, port F0/24 and router 4, F00. Now, as from previously, I had mentioned that switch ports by default are enabled. They are up and running. However, by default, ports on routers, if I go to router 4 and I look at port F00 or interface F00, say show interface F0/0 or fast Ethernet 0/0, and I hit enter, router ports by default are in administratively down mode. So by default, they're shut down. I'm going to go do the opposite of that, or I'm going to no shut down that port, or basically bring it up. So to make changes to a port, I must first go to the port. So I'm going to say configure terminal, and I'm going to say interface fast Ethernet 0/0, and then I'm going to execute the no shut command. Now I haven't hit enter yet, but once I hit enter, pay attention to this link. So I'm going to hit enter, and we are going to look at this link. As you see, the link is amber. It's not up yet because spanning tree is converging. Spanning tree is taking that port through the cycle of going through blocking, listening, learning, and forwarding. It will take 50 seconds for this port to turn green before it can forward data traffic. However, now see it went green. However, I'm going to go back to router 4 and I'm going to shut that port down again. So execute the shutdown command. So it will once again say administratively down. And I'm going to go to switch 4, port 24, interface fast Ethernet 0/24, and I'm going to execute the spanning tree port fast command. Save my work, always a good idea. And now I'm going to go no shut this port and see how quick it comes up. So I'm going to keep, you guys keep your eyes on this link between switch 4 and router 4. I'm going to keep router 4 minimized so you guys can see this link. And I'm going to say no shut down. And remember, switch 4 port 24 here now has the spanning tree port fast command. So this should pop into forwarding and go green immediately. Okay, here we go. And it went green immediately because the port fast command has been executed on switch 4 port 24. I'm going to go ahead and shut this port down again. We will bring it up at a later part of the lab. This completely concludes spanning tree protocol. Next, we are going to move on to something called virtual trunking protocol.